Well, folks, as we all know, that new book about Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, is coming out, actually, maybe even today. And there's some very unflattering things in the book that Milley had to reveal about Donald Trump. So, needless to say, Donald Trump hates Mark Milley right now. And over the weekend, Donald Trump actually got on Truth Social to suggest that perhaps Mark Milley should in fact be executed. Here's what Trump had to say. Mark Milley, who led perhaps the most embarrassing moment in American history with his grossly incompetent implementation of the withdrawal from Afghanistan, costing many lives, leaving behind hundreds of American citizens, and handing over billions of dollars of the finest military equipment ever made, will be leaving the military next month. Good. That's not a run-on sentence at all, Donald. This will be a time for all citizens of the USA to celebrate. This guy turned out to be a woke train wreck who, if the fake news reporting is correct, was actually dealing with China to give them a heads up on the thinking of the President of the United States. This is an act so egregious that, in times gone by, the punishment would have been death. Death. In case you're wondering what Milley was doing with his contacts with China, Milley was actually ordered to let China know that, hey, we, the United States, are not going to attack you. Like, that's not something we're planning on. It's not something we want to do. We don't want a nuclear war with China. So that's what Mark Milley was telling the people in China as he was instructed to do. Like, hey, we're not planning on attacking you guys. So, you know, that's not treasonous or egregious at all. But Donald Trump wants his supporters, of course, to think somehow that it is. Death is what Donald Trump said this could be punished by in days gone by, right? So he's not actually saying that Milley should be put to death now, but if this were back in the day, of course, Trump says, you know, death. Now there's another wrinkle to this. According to former New York Attorney General's office official Tristan Snell, who wrote this on Twitter, he said, "My bet, Donald Trump is threatening General Milley because General Milley is on the government's witness list for the trial in the Mar-a-Lago documents case." Now, I've looked it up. I've tried to find that, you know, if Milley is in fact on that list, if he is not, and we do not, as far as I've been able to find, have any confirmation that Milley is on that government list. So this is pure speculation, okay? Because I've seen that in the headlines for the last 2 days, like, oh, Trump might have violated the order if Milley's on that list, but that's if Milley's on that list. Right? We don't need to go that far just yet. Like, let's wait until we have confirmation before we start the wild speculation. But I do think what we need to focus on is the death part that Donald Trump mentioned there. Because this is a very clear and obvious indication of what Donald Trump wants to do to people he doesn't like if he wins office next year. It's not about him potentially violating a court order about not going against the blah, 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 maybe ifs and buts, whatever. No, this is about the former president of the United States making it very clear to every one of us what's going to happen to people who go against him if he gets back into the White House. That's the scary part. That's the part we should all be focused on, not these hypotheticals of maybe Milley's on a list of witnesses. Who cares about that right now? I think we need to focus more on the fact that Donald Trump wants anybody who goes against him to die. And if he gets back in the White House, he may have some authority to make that kind of stuff happen. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.